Hi, everybody. So sorry for the little mix up, but I um, I did the um, reading class first, and it was supposed to be social studies at 10:30, and then reading at 11:30. Sorry about that, but we are all good. I hope you're good, and I hope it didn't cause too much of a hassle or mix up for you. Um, just gonna hang out for one more minute, let folks come in, and then we're gonna get started. Um, hope everybody's doing good. What is so interesting to me though, as we are working our way through these lessons and concepts in reading and social studies right now, even in science, how relevant all these things are to what is happening right now. Um, the federal government just reversed a policy from the last administration to say that we have to really curtail our use of natural gas and coal. And we were just talking about that and what a huge pollutant it is because they're saying, our climate is in a crisis and we got to get these things done. So here we go. It's 11:30, and I hope that you are picking up the connection between um, the math, the science, the social studies, the reading, and the relevance of all of these lessons to what's going on. I strongly encourage everyone to read something every day. Well, in our time right now, you may not be able to read it every day. Some days, the news is just weighs so heavily on us that we have to back away from it and take a break from it, and that's okay. But try to read something every day. Listen to the news, just to be aware of what's going on around us in the world. And if it's too much, as I said, back away. But you want to be informed. You want to get information going through your filter, which is just as good as anyone else's, right? Particularly when we're talking about, I'm going to take 1 second and go off script, but particularly when we're talking about the COVID shots and the COVID vaccination and how far we can go back to living our old lives right now, let's make sure that we get the correct information and not rumors and not Facebook or Insta experts telling us what to believe. Get it from the experts and you be discerning. You were gifted with a brilliant mind to process information yourself. So make sure that you're doing that. And that's for the betterment of your own body, temple, health, and well being, that of the loved ones in your circle, and those in our communities and society as a whole. Try always, and I'm just going to say this, I'm going to go deep for 1 minute and I'm going back. Try to stay above the fray. You've heard the elders say, be in the world but not of it. Walk above that, okay? And it's healthier, right? Stay above the fray. Walk on the higher plane. Keep your own health and mindfulness in a place of plenty and thanksgiving, because we are not empty. We are not bankrupt. We are rich. We're rich. Keep that up here. Keep your vision of your life for yourself in your mind. And the more you entertain it, the easier it will come. It will come into your life. Keep your eye on the prize. That's how my mother used to say it. All right. So that was 3 minutes. I'm going to go on right now. There is a video. It's really good. It's long as heck, but it's really, really good. And talking about the period after World War One leading up to the Great Depression. For some people, for some segments of our society, it was a boom time. Um, Factories were booming. We did well. We profited actually from World War One when some other countries went bankrupt. Our factories were rolling. Some people were getting good jobs. Their lives were being changed completely, while others not so good. And you know some of the history of the people of color in this country. Um, for Blacks, Latinos, uh, Asians, we were going through some things. But for other folks, they were able to cash in and do well and do very, very well. We saw a growth in the middle class. The rich, some of the extreme rich got richer, had that legacy to pass on to this day. And then it all came tumbling down. It crashed and burned. So I'm going to show you this little video. We won't have questions today. We'll have questions next week after we've analyzed it a little bit. But I want you to see this video because this video is very good. Um, and I'm going to start. Let me share the screen. Don't do nothing. I told you don't do nothing. Hold on. Let me share the screen and we'll get started. All right. Oh, and we need the sound. Is that too loud? Trump. Mm.
So he has a list of who he wants to go to, but he doesn't have. They said that oh yeah, but you can imagine that he said they trade and trade line, but they got he's becoming more and more less and less like you know, kind of like I don't need a contact, like you know, or Weber. don't know. I don't know. Sure. It's like long, exaggerated.
Okay. So you had a president that really just wanted to be liked running for this office of what had become the most influential country in America, right? Um, we had a time of prosperity shared by some, but not by others. You had thousands and thousands of young men returning from a war who had post traumatic stress, something that wasn't even named at the time, who had lost limbs, who were shells of their former selves. And at this time, we had no agency in place. We had no way of helping them. And they were bitter. They felt that they had given so much of themselves and came back um, to maybe get a parade, but not a way of living after this. And this was the first that you saw of these young men, and there really was no place for them once they came home. It was a disgrace. You would have thought we would have learned from that. You would have thought we would have learned from presidents taking that, seeking the highest office because they simply want to be liked. And then having an administration full of what's the word I'm looking for? Corruption. Sounds so much like today. And there's a saying that those who forget the past um, are cursed to repeat it. That's not the correct, that's not literal, but that's really those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. So have we learned our lessons? I don't know. But that's all we have for now. And we'll continue a little bit more on Monday. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. Take care, stay safe, be well.